Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Joey again. You're watching VegasDtech and we're back with another e-bike review for you. And today we're going to be taking a look at the YADEA Trooper 01. The YADEA Trooper is a 48 volt, 750 watt, fully UL certified safe e-bike with that retro cafe race inspired design. And we're going to test it out here and see, is the Trooper 01 worth the price that YADEA is asking for it? So the YADEA Trooper 01 came already pre-assembled right out of the box. I was amazed because the box was a lot bigger than a normal, bike that I normally get. But when I opened it up, I understood why exactly. Wheel was already attached, everything was already put together, seat was all together, and the only thing I needed to do was to unsnap some zip ties and to button up the handlebars, and the bike was ready to go. The YADEA Trooper comes with a 48 volt, 20 amp hour battery with a 750 watt rear hub motor and a single speed transmission, KMC corrosion resistant chain, Tektro hydraulic brakes. It also comes with RST upside down forks, beefy CST BFT 20 by 4 inch wheels. The Trooper also equips us with a basket carrier rack down in the center. Truth be told, man, you could fit some pretty good stuff in here. I got just enough stuff for my fried rice. I got some ham, green onions, Chinese chili flakes, and a Red Bull. Fit inside this little storage area here. We have twin crown forks up top with an adjustable suspension in the rear. We have velo grips with a thumb actuated throttle. Display has 3 power level settings: eco, mid, and high. Also comes with headlight and horn. The headlight is a specially designed YADEA logo style headlight, and also comes with equipped tail light. With braking, we do have rear fenders and a unique split design front fender with a little duck bib and the under fender here that protects all the splashes from coming up against the bottom of the frame. A very comfortable long style saddle with branded YADEA logo on the back. It is rated as a class 2 e-bike, which is 20 miles per hour. Overall, the bike weighs 73 pounds, can carry a total capacity of 331 pounds. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bike and put it through its paces and see what she can do. So guys, I'm gonna take this YADEA and I'm gonna put it inside the Toyota. It is not a folding bike, so it's gonna take up all this space inside the Toyota. I'm gonna pull the battery off just to shave some weight off of it so it's a little bit lighter. Put it in the car. All right, so I got her in. As you can see, it can be done in a little teeny Corolla. So let's go. Alrighty folks, so I'm out here at Reunion Trails Park and I got the YADEA Trooper 01 out here ready to go. What does the 01 stand for? I believe it might stand for 1 gear because we have no gears on this, guys. It's a fixie gear. But I think that's what they designed this bike for, is to be used with throttle mostly. Why even bother with gears? And one thing I just noticed down here that I've never seen on any of these bikes here is a UL certification. So I went ahead and pulled it up here and it says that the UL listing means that a product has been certified to meet scientific safety, quality, or security standards, guys. Now, you know what? A lot of these bikes are hard pressed just to provide a UL safety certification for the battery not to catch on fire. But the YADEA Trooper has that UL certification for the entire bike, man. Which, having that safety sticker makes me feel a lot more safe on this bike because I believe that there's better quality control on the bike itself. Alrighty, guys, so I've got the YADEA Trooper 01 ready to go. We're up here at Anthem Trails Park. Right up here, okay, so it's gonna have a combination of a bunch of switchbacks on this type of paved roads, and then we have off-road trails that we can go to, and we're gonna see exactly what the bike can do. Now, I have charged this bike all the way up last night, so we have a full battery on here. So we're gonna attempt to just ride the heck out of this bike today, man. We're gonna do a little bit of pedal and throttle, but mostly throttle, and we're gonna see just, the kind of range and power that we get out of this bike. But let's get up here and see what this bike can do.
Cool bike.
Oh, thanks, brother. All right, so we're gonna take it up to these trails here. There's lots of switchbacks up here at Reunion, I felt like this would be a perfect place to review this bike. I'm not using any kind of pedaling, all throttle here, guys. Yeah, this track here is pretty demanding if you're gonna be pedaling, but man, effortless here, guys, with the throttle only. Little switch back here. So the only problem that I see on here, guys, is when you're gonna do a switchback, when you lean like this, you wanna hit the throttle and you want the power to come on right away. And because there's that delay, when you start leaning, you feel like the bike is gonna fall because you have that little delay. So I'm thinking that if you're going to actually be doing that, you're gonna have to start, you're gonna have to use your actual pedaling in order to make those turns. Stuff like this, normally you can roll into it and hit your power, and that's fine. But if you're gonna be leaning too hard, know that there is a delay. There is a slight delay in the throttle. But look at this, climbing these grades here between 5 and 8%. The Trooper's just taking this thing, just like the name, Trooper, taking it no problem. Okay, now here's the situation. We're actually gonna go take this thing off-road and see how this thing can go. Now, I wouldn't, I'm not going to go ahead and say that this bike is ready to go on stuff like that. That is just too extreme, and I wouldn't take it on anything like that. But when I do say that this bike should be rated for off-road, it's gonna be for this type of trail riding right here, which I do believe that the tires and the suspension are rated that it can handle. CST BFT tires. Yeah, man, this is a little bit more than just regular terrain here, man. You know what I mean? This is really putting the YADEA through some serious. Whew. Yeah, this is serious right here. All right, so let's just get to more meaningful trails. Now here we go here, guys. Now this is bumpy and bouncy. Man, I gotta adjust my camera because that stuff right there, bro, was just taking this camera. So no matter how much you try to tighten the 360 cameras, when you're going down trails that look like this, man, that is a heavy demand on any kind of a bike. But YADEA, basically, the suspension on the YADEA is really amazing that it can actually take that kind of abuse and punishment. Now, I personally didn't want to abuse the bike like that, but we got to test the suspension and make sure that this bike is able to handle streets and off-road. So let's go ahead and continue with this. Oh yeah. But I'm surprised that this bike can navigate this type of terrain so easily. All right, so guys, that was like, I would say mild to middle terrain there, man. I mean, you're not gonna wanna ride a bike through stuff like that. But man, the YADEA was able to take it. Now I like riding this type of stuff right here. I gotta get used to combining pedaling and learning how to navigate with that little bit of throttle lag. I think that throttle lag was built in for a little bit of safety. Just remember when you take those leans. What's up, brother? Yeah. All right. Yeah, so just remember when you take those leans, you got a little bit of a throttle lag, so you don't want to lean too much. Sorry, man. All right. Through all this, man, I don't need any pedal assistance at all. Look at this. Look at how sweet this is, man. Reunion trails, man. I mean, and look, you could look way out in advance and see if there's anybody. There's nobody out here walking around. You're free to ride wide open out here, man. Totally sweet. We're gonna do a little power assist switch back here, man. Boom, cut the power back on, slide it around, come back out here. I'm gonna kick the foot out, slide it out, hit the throttle, come back around. Sweet. Look at that, just nothing but switchbacks, guys. Again, whoa, brake out, leg out, rear brake, come down. Man, I'm getting too old to be riding crazy bikes like this. But man, fun is fun. And like I said, man, being able to get off the lounge chair and get out here and get some fresh air, man, I'm thankful for e-bikes. So we're back down here, guys, into a realistic community. And, you know, class 2, guys, 20 miles per hour. For the most part, if you guys are doing gentle cruising, you're not going to need more than that. But, I mean, I like to have the ability for the bike to go that high. I don't necessarily go 28 miles an hour. I mean, the average speed that I generally cruise is about 15. But I tell you, when it comes to having, you know, extra power on anything, but it's a lot better to have the ability to go that fast and not need it than need it and not have it, correct? Take a look at this overlook down here. Just take a look at that. Wow, they even got a nice little park bench out here for you to just sit here and take in the evening sunset out here at the Reunion Trails Park. Very nice. And hey, this is a good venue here to watch the baseball game. Can the YADEA climb a hill like this? And this hill is sitting at about a 23-degree slope. Now, I'm assuming that it's probably not going to be able to do it straight up. But how about with a little bit of power? Could it possibly make it up this hill? I am very impressed, man. This is going to be a 5-degree uphill grade. No throttle assist, just pedaling. Got about 19 miles per hour coming up this grade. 20, 21, 22, 23. Hardly any effort, but 23 miles per hour coming up the grade. And when we get down to the backside of this here, we'll begin our high-speed run. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and start this high-speed run. We're gonna start from 0, throttle, let's go. 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, yeah, we're looking like we're holding at 28, and that's GPS verified. So although this bike does not have adjustable front forks, it seems that they've got it tuned to the sweet spot. And when you combine that with the adjustable suspension that we have in the back and the long plush seat that comes with the bike, you've got yourself a ride that's very comfortable that you could actually sustain all day long. We're gonna come down here and make this real tight U with the Tektro hydraulic brakes, good radial turn. So now we'll just head over to the double switchback bridge to do our incline test. Alrighty guys, so here is the double switchback incline test at the St. Rose Bridge. So we're gonna go ahead and take the first portion of it with throttle only. Then when we get to the switchback, we'll take it with throttle and with pedal assistance to get to the top. And this here should be about a 5% grade. All right, so here's the first portion, throttle only. 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 miles an hour, guys. That is amazing, 16 miles an hour. Second part of it we're gonna do with throttle and some pedal assist. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16 on the second. Okay, with the pedal assist. So this bike is a really good climber. Alrighty guys, so it's that time again. We come to the pros and cons of this bike. What are the pros and cons of the YADEA Trooper? Let's talk about it. The biggest pro to this bike is it has proven that it can handle all terrain. I mean, this is a treacherous area. The switchbacks here varying from 5 degree to 8 degree on the regular paved terrain, and then taking it off-road all the way up through those hills up there. I had that terrain go from like 8 to 12 on just treacherous, slippery rocks. This has enough torque to get up those crazy grades. If you're combining throttle with pedal, I had no problem getting up there. So torque on this bike was perfect for what I needed it for. Second thing that's really cool about this bike here, man, is the seat. I mean, I would not have been able to survive all of those bumps and bounces if it wasn't for this seat. So this seat really came in handy, and well bolstered, especially if you slide back here. It's going to be nice and supple. And the next thing, guys, is going to be the suspension. Even though it does not have an adjustable front suspension, it's actually tuned in appropriately for how this bike was being designed to be used for. Combined with the back suspension and that soft seat, I had no problems handling all of this crazy rough terrain that was out here. The CST BFT tires too, that's number 3. I've never taken a bike out and put it through its paces like I've taken this YADEA Trooper out here. But yes, today, guys, I went through some terrain that almost killed me, and this bike took every single bit of it. So for dual purpose bike, this bike can do it. Now, if there was any kind of a con that I would have on this bike, the number 1 con that I have on this bike is going to be those holes that are in the rim. Generally speaking, the bikes that I've seen that have this design on it, they're single wall. And I know that this is a dual wall. You could see that it's got an upper and a lower, and it's supposed to be stronger. But my biggest problem that I have out here is going to be if you ride in terrain like I just took you guys out through here, this stuff can fill with sand and rocks and pebbles. And I have no idea how you would dig that stuff out. If it was going to fall out, I don't think so. I think that it would just keep falling all the way down here to the bottom. The single wall designs that they have on most of these bikes, there's like a liner inside there that seals up against it to where rocks and pebbles can't get down inside here. But that was one of my only concerns about this right here, is that rocks and dirt and water and such like that could get inside this rim. The YADEA engineering department has looked into this situation, and they have guaranteed that if there's any rocks or dirt or debris gets inside that little holes right there, that they have lined it up well and it will not impact the tire in any way, and that if you need to wash it out, just merely hosing it down with water will get that stuff out of the holes. Just to let you guys know. The next concern I had is you're going to have to be careful about the cabling. You know, through the turns that I made out there, I made a couple of hard turns on that rough terrain, and I snapped one of my little cables here. Luckily, this was to the headlight, because if it was for the throttle, I would have been doomed out here. So maybe a little bit better cabling on how to hide the cables through here, especially if you're going to be taking it out here on really rough terrain and you're going to be jerking around with the forks going left and right, because I got to find a way to put this thing back inside here. So guys, if you're a tall rider, you know, beyond 6 feet and stuff like that, and you're looking to pick a bike up that you can actually pedal around a lot, this is probably not going to be the bike for you, because this is like an e-moped style bike. I believe YADEA knows that, and that's the reason why they only put a single gear on there and did away with all the gearing. I mean, why even bother with that when this bike is just too much fun? It has plenty of torque, plenty of range, plenty of battery power for you just to cruise around all day long on just throttle. And guys, what's crazy is even after all the crazy riding that we did today off-road, I'm only showing 1 bar down with 50.9 volts left on the battery. All right, guys, so that's everything I have for you today on my review of the YADEA Trooper. I had great fun coming out here today, carving up all these trails, going up and down these slopes, hitting the switchbacks up on Reunion, and taking it off-road. I mean, I haven't had fun like that in years, guys. And thank you, YADEA, for sending me out the Trooper to review. I really appreciate that. Guys, if you like this review and you're considering picking up the YADEA Trooper for yourself, a link to the website will be located in the description down below. The YADEA Trooper is actually on a special sale. I believe it was selling for $21.99. And right now it's on sale for $19.99, guys. So if you want to go ahead and take a look at it, like I said, a link will be down in the description below. Have a look at it, take a look at the specs, see if this is a bike for you. So guys, if you found this review beneficial or useful to you, please do me a kindness, like and subscribe, and I will continue finding bikes with good deals, good promotions, and good bargains to save you money. This is Joey, you're watching VegasDtech. You guys be well. Bye now.